Jahiz, a man from ninth century Basra whose mind was centuries ahead of the world he lived in. Born around the year 776, during the height of the Abbasid Golden Age, he grew up surrounded by scholars, libraries, merchants, and travelers who filled the city with ideas. From a young age, he was endlessly curious. He spent his days reading, listening to debates, and studying every living creature he could observe along the riverbanks and in the markets of Basra. While others memorized simple facts, Jahiz asked deeper questions. Why does each creature look the way it does? Why do some survive while others disappear? How do animals adapt to hunger, heat, danger, and the struggle for life? His greatest masterpiece became a massive collection called the Book of Animals. Inside those pages, Jahiz described ideas that sound incredibly modern. He explained how life is shaped by a struggle for survival. Creatures compete for food, for space, and for the chance to reproduce. He wrote that when the environment changes, animals must change with it or they vanish. He observed that traits which help a creature live longer are the same traits passed down to the next generation. He described early versions of food chains, ecological balance, and natural forces that slowly shape new forms of life. In one famous passage, he wrote that stronger animals survive longer and have more offspring, while weaker ones fade away. He explained that over a long time, these changes create new qualities, and sometimes even new types of animals. A thinker from the 9th century was describing natural selection, but Jahiz was more than a scientist. He was a storyteller, a philosopher, and a sharp observer of the natural world. He believed that every creature plays a role in the balance of life. He wrote about the intelligence of animals, the instincts of insects, and the complex social behavior of birds and ants. To him, the world was a living system, constantly changing and deeply connected. His writing was filled with humor, insight, and scientific curiosity. He challenged superstition. He rejected blind tradition. He insisted that true knowledge must be built on observation and reason. His ideas influenced generations of scholars after him, both in the Islamic world and eventually in Europe through translated works. Jahiz died around the year 869. In a story that scholars still repeat, a bookshelf filled with books collapsed on him, taking the life of a man who lived inside knowledge. Today, his name is rarely mentioned in schools, but his ideas live on in biology, ecology, and the theory of evolution itself. Jahiz, the thinker who explained natural selection 1,000 years before Darwin, a genius of the Islamic Golden Age, and a mind finally returning to history. Follow Tactical Legends for more forgotten geniuses who shaped our world.